but I've never been. I've had VSOs, and they, oh yeah, we're doing this, we're doing that, and then I go look and nothing happens, and I go ask other ones. They says, yeah, we don't see anything in there. I'm going, that's not right.
I'm gonna make some phone calls when we leave here.
Well, I don't know. It doesn't matter. I
Well,
don't want you to get in trouble because no,
no,
there's
no,
no
no,
such
no.
thing.
I'm not gonna get in trouble. There's nothing wrong with calling people
Yeah,
and just asking
and
questions,
then I'll
but
get blacklisted, and then they'll cut me off because
no,
of
no,
it.
no, definitely not. No.
But
Now,
so that person I told you about, I actually called a couple of the other Marines I had who actually had the PO40, but they never did anything with them. They left them at no rating at all, hardly nothing. And I gave them to her, and she actually was able to help them also.
yeah,
Yeah,
I think part of the problem is one of the big things I've noticed is that's the biggest problem is the fact that it is so big
yeah,
and there's so many people
yeah,
that are in the system, in
yeah,
the VA system,
yeah.
that it's almost become completely like
Like I'll tell
uncontrollable.
you a story. What happened to me? I think so. Many years ago, when I started the VA, I was probably about a year there, about a year, and I went over to the VA and used to go pick up your file,
Yeah.
and you take it to this lady and tell her I'm going whatever. So I remember I finished. I went to take my file back so they could put it back in the file, and it had POW sticker on it. She goes, "You're not a POW," and she pulled a sticker off and tossed it, and like, "That's not right. You shouldn't be here." I go, "Excuse me." I go, "Okay, I don't know what that's about." And so right after that, I got a job with the police department, so I didn't need to go over there. And I never checked on it again. Never checked on it. And I think that's what happened is when they filed and pushed everything over, it didn't have that POW sticker on the front when they were doing their upgrading and doing all their stuff. Because when I went to try to get to the VA again, um, they didn't have me in their system as a POW. I was in the system and I couldn't figure it out. And I finally talked to a guy and he says, "The problem is you've been contacting us here in Colorado. You're not a POW here." And then he started looking, he goes, nationwide, when they did it, to put you in there, they do you have a POW, but for some reason here you are not. I literally had to go through a congressman and have him, he got a hold of the Marine Corps and the State Department and a couple other agencies to send paperwork to tell them that I was a POW. This is what happened to me, whatever, whatever, and I have the POW rating. And I had to turn that paperwork over to them. And that was like in 2015.
And they still haven't got you the
No, they gave me that rate as a POW, but that's, and then some other stuff went on, and it was just kind of, we'll have to talk about that another time
yeah,
on the
yeah,
side,
yeah.
but yeah.
Yeah. Well,
But it was anyway. But
yeah.
anyway, but the Iran stuff, yeah, it was. Uh, and we were talking about Rocky,
Yeah.
and Rocky kept me going the whole time, and I kept him going the time. That's the only reason we survived together. And we're doing it again. Like I told you today, like brothers. We're literally like brothers, with each other, and yeah,
Yeah, I mean, having your friend there
yeah,
to provide, number one, comic relief,
yes.
throughout the time to kind of keep your spirits up.